What's up, everybody? It's BWADE. I'm going to hit you with 4 of my favorite WNBA plays for Thursday's lineup of games. We have 5 games, and you might be saying to yourself, wait, you already gave us a Thursday video. We didn't have any games Wednesday. What the fuck else am I going to do? I'm going to give you guys more picks, right? I have them. I did the research. I'm putting money on them. Why not feed you guys those picks? So I'm going to walk you through that data, the analysis, and kind of explain to you why I like these picks, why I put my money on them. At the end of the day, it's still gambling, right? So always bet responsibly. These are just the picks that I like, and I'm happy to walk you guys through them and explain it to you. Now, looking at the picks that we took in, what was it, Tuesday's game, we just had one game, Lynx and the Fever. We missed one slip, and then we hit the other one. We hit our three-pointers made slip. It was just for 2x, but cashed. The other one ended up missing because Aaliyah Boston got 9 rebounds. We had her under 8.5, so we just missed hitting both of them. Now, if you guys were in VIP today, we cashed the fuck out in VIP. Like, we hit 4 slips. We hit our 5-man slip. We hit another 3 2-man slips. And then we're 3-2 on VIP game picks right now. It looks like we're going to cash the 4th pick as well. Like, if you were tailing these, you would have made a lot of money. I probably made 5 or 6 grand today just on these picks alone. Now, if you want to get into VIP, there's 2 ways, and I've already cut prices. You're going to pay, it's $25 a week for the rest of the summer, right? Jump in, you'll lock that price in for as long as you stay in VIP. When prices go up during football season, you stay at 25 bucks a week. So lock in, start tailing these picks with us. There's 2 ways I've created for you to get into VIP. Really even cheaper than that, right? You can sign up using code WNBA. You're going to get 80% off. It's going to cost you $5 for a week of picks. You would have made that back 20-fold tonight alone. The other option, sign up with one of these apps I tell you about in the video. Sleeper, Parlay Play, or even any of the apps below in the description. You sign up, use my promo code BWADE, make a deposit, doesn't matter how much, it can be $5, and then you send me a screenshot on Instagram and I'll hook you up with that free week of VIP. Yeah, and you'll get all of our picks. On top of that, I give away an autographed jersey every month. So I just did the giveaway for June. It was a signed SGA jersey. He has not reached out to me yet. It's at Ricardo, I forget the last name, but at Ricardo something. You can watch the video or I'll put it on the screen right here. If that's you, hit me up on Instagram. I need to get your address so I can ship that out to you. You have until Sunday to hit me up. If I don't hear from you by then, I will have to give it out to somebody else and we'll do another raffle. For this month, the month of July, we're giving away a signed Justin Jefferson jersey. It's sick. It's a white Nike stitched jersey, authenticated by Beckett. Again, all you have to do to be entered, subscribe to this channel, like this video, drop a comment. You do those 3 things at the end of this month, you have a chance to win that jersey. Let's start getting into these picks though. So I'm starting out with Aaliyah Boston. We are going over 8.5 rebounds. She just burned us when we tried to take her under. Oh, you know what? She did not have 9 rebounds in that game. She had 11, so we missed that considerably. But yeah, we're going over 8.5 here. She's gone over this in 6 out of her last 8 games. In her last, we'll just look like her last 5, she's averaging 9. When we look head to head, she's hit it in 3 out of her last 4 games against them. The one game that she missed back in September, she hooked on it. This year she played them and she had 10 rebounds against them, and that was on the road. Now when we look at home games, she's averaging about an extra 1.5 rebounds per game at home compared to on the road. So she's averaging 9 rebounds per game at home. She's hit it in her last 3 games, and Vegas does not defend forwards very well when it comes to rebounding. They give up a lot of rebounds to forwards. Over 21 rebounds per game they are giving up to opposing forwards. When we look at other players that play the same forward/center type position, 4 out of the last 5 have gone over on their rebound line. And yeah, they've gone over by a couple of rebounds as well. So love this pick. I am rocking with Aaliyah Boston over 8.5 rebounds. Pairing her up with Skyler Diggins over 17.5 points. Everything just screams over here. You look at it, and look, I know Atlanta doesn't give up a lot of points overall. They're second best in the W as far as overall points. But they're right in the middle of the pack at defending guards. They're still giving up about 44 points a game, ranked 7th out of 13 teams, so like they're right in the middle. She's gone over this in her last 5 straight games, 8 out of the last 9 games. She's averaging 19 points per game, so she averages more. Most of the games she's gone under have been blowouts where she didn't play much. Well, 2 of the 4 games where she went under, right? This game, blowout, they won by 31. She only played 28 minutes. This game, they won by 20. She only played 28 minutes. And then these 2 were valid games where she went under, right? Otherwise, she's been crushing this number. When we look at her on the road, she's only missed this once this year on the road. She's averaging more on the road than she does at home. 20.5 points per game on the road. And then we look at guards playing against them. 8 out of the last 10 guards have gone over against Atlanta for points. Natasha Cloud just dropped 20 on them, and her line was 8.5. Right? She more than doubled her line on that. So I love this pick, Skyler Diggins, over 17.5 points. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 3.1x for this on Parlay Play. Really like this app. I've been using it pretty consistently for the last 4 or 5 weeks. They get their lines up early. They have a ton of different stat categories, especially for the WNBA. It makes it easy for us to be strategic and not just have to take like the boring picks, right? You can take steals and blocks, first half points, whatever. They have all of that on there. They have great promos, discounted picks, all that type of stuff. When you sign up using code BWADE, they're going to give you a free $5, no deposit required. You just get $5. You can play with it, see if you like the app, try it out. If you do like it, you decide to make a deposit, they're going to double that first deposit up to $100 as well. So ideally, you get a free $105 from Parlay Play when you sign up using code BWADE. Sign up, take advantage of it, and then send me a screenshot of that deposit. I'll hook you up with a free week of VIP. You guys will get all of those picks for the next week. And look, if you DM me on Instagram, like, I get back to you. I am the one that runs my account. I chat with everyone. If you DM me before, you know, like, I'm a man of the people. I'm here to help us win. That is the goal. So tap in, and then make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed Justin Jefferson jersey. Let's get into these next 2 picks. This might be the riskiest pick of the night that I'm giving out, but I just have a gut feeling about it that she is going to cook. Catron over 12.5 points. She has been an absolute dog this year, and she's a rookie, right? She was, I think, the 4th overall pick. She just continues to get better throughout the season. Mystics have her and Kiki Iriafen, 2 rookies that have kind of taken that team over. You look at her last 6 games, and I mean, doesn't allow me to pick 6, but we picked the last 5 games. She's averaging over 19 points per game. Now, the one game she went under was against Minnesota. That's who she's playing in this game. The best overall points defense in the W. They give up the 2nd least points to guards. So we have that going against us, right? She's only played them once. She went under, but she only missed it by 4 points. I think this line is low enough. You see, she's gone over this in 70% of her games. She just continues to get better as she's a rookie, so that learning curve is steep. She's going to get better quick. And when we look at her on the road, she actually scores more on the road than at home. She's only missed this once on the road, and you have to go back a month and a half to find a game where she missed this on the road. And like these last 3 games, she's just been ramping up. And I mean, shit, this was against Atlanta when she played. No, she didn't play them earlier in the year, but she had 17 points against them, the number 2 ranked defense. When we come down here, 3-3 for the last 6 games. So don't love that, especially when you go back further. It's 3 out of the last 10 have gone over. But I am rocking with the fact that she's played really well on the road, especially for a rookie. She's averaging 15 a game, and I think she gets a bounce back here against a Minnesota team that she still had the volume, right? She just shot 3 for 13. She had an off game. It was her worst shooting night of her rookie season, of her WNBA career so far. And outside of that game, she shot 50% or 40% or better in the last 5 games. So I like her. As long as she gets 13 shots, I don't see her going under 12.5 points. Pairing that up with A'ja Wilson, under 3.5 assists. So this is really more so a matchup-based play. Indiana gives up the least assists in the WNBA. They give up the second least assists to centers. They give up less than 2 assists per game to centers. And when we look at A'ja Wilson against Indiana in head-to-head matchups, it shows, right? She hasn't had more than 2 assists in any games against them since the beginning of last season. She's averaging 1.6 assists per game against Indiana. She needs 4 to hit this. I don't see it happening here in this matchup. She's only gone over 3 times in the last 8 games. So look at that. Yeah, she went under last time earlier this year when they played. So I feel pretty good here. I am taking A'ja Wilson under 3.5 assists. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting just about 3x on this for on Sleeper. Sleeper is one of those apps that I just use every day because they have so many different props to pick from. They have great promos, whether it's discounted picks, protected picks, payout boosts, all that type of stuff. And when you sign up using code BWADE, they're going to double your first deposit up to $100 and give you a free pick. Guys, there's no reason not to sign up for these new apps, right? There's no downside, but you're going to get sign-up bonuses. You're going to have additional promos every day that you're able to use on each app. That's part of my process every day. I go through all 6 or 7 apps that I have. I look at the promos. I take advantage of the good ones. Just doing that, if you have 5 or 6 apps, taking advantage of all the promos, you can make an extra $150 to $200 every day. It's not that hard. You just have to be intentional and be strategic about it. So tap in, sign up on Sleeper, use code BWADE, send me a screenshot of that deposit. I'll put you into VIP. You'll get all our picks for the next week, and you will start making money. Also, if you don't want to sign up for one of those apps, maybe you already have them. Maybe you can't sign up in your state. Whatever it is, you can always just use code WNBA, right? You're going to get 80% off. It's going to cost you $5 for a week of picks. Like, I don't know where you're going to get as good of it. Like, I'm going to help you make money. I do hours of research to make sure that we are profitable. Join the team, and then make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed Justin Jefferson jersey. Appreciate y'all. It's going to be a good Thursday. Let's get that fucking bread.